This video, we're going to discuss the swap behavior. All right, so I've got this door here. Behind this door is a locked box that I want to get to, but there's no way to open this door without pulling these levers in the proper order. So if I were to pull this switch, nothing really happens. Let all day long, nothing happens. So I'll try this one instead. All right, and I heard that little click sound in the background. All right, so that tells me something happened. I'm going to try this switch now. Nothing. I'll put that back into position. I'll try this one again. I'll just turn it back off. Okay, so we hear another click. Let's try this one again. Okay, so that was correct. Let's try turning this one off again. Okay. A click. Okay. That didn't do anything. See, I can turn this one on and off. Didn't do anything, so let's try this one again. Clicks it. Clicks it. And another click, so now they're both on. We turn this one off, and boom, bam. Got the door opened, and I can get to that lockbox. See, so the order in which you pull these levers matters. And for that, we're using the swap behavior. So let me show you how that works. Okay, so what we see here is 2 switches, but what we really have is 6 switches. Okay. Now, I'm sure these are out of order. Let me just verify. Yeah, so just for the sake of making sure it's clear, I'm going to put them in order real quick. So now they're in the proper order. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And these are logic linked to these boxes over here, starting with the bottom one. So the first ones that are visible are going to be switches 1 and 2. Okay, so switch 1 is shown at start. This is switch 2 is also shown at start. They are both off. So if we look at the behavior is just a switch behavior, something special. And it is switched off, right? Because that's checkbox is checked off. So they're both in the off position to start. If I were to pull this switch, it's not logic linked to anything. If I look closely, see, this switch is really just a switch. It doesn't actually link to anything. You can pull that all day long. Not going to do anything for you. Okay. So I have to pull this one first. And when I pull this one, that's logic linked to this first box at the bottom right here. And all these boxes have swap, by the way. So they're all the same. Very simple behavior, but so incredibly useful. I can't even begin to come up with enough scenarios to show you. But let me show you this one, and I think you'll get the idea. So swap switches a named object for another named object. So you remember I named each one of these switches, right? Switch 1 through 6. So what this says is when this is activated, it's going to swap this one for this one. Now remember, this one is visible at the start. This one is not. So if we swap those two, what that means is this one becomes invisible and this one becomes visible. Because they're stacked one on top of the other, from the player's perspective, it doesn't really appear that anything's happened. I mean, you see a little twitch there, but it doesn't actually, seem like anything's moved or changed. So like a new switch has occurred. And that switch is now switched on, right? So this one here was set to off to begin with. So if I'm going to swap it for this one should show as on because I just pulled that lever, right? So from the player's perspective, it should be on the on position. So just, if you're going to do something similar to this, make sure your switches are in the position that they should be at that moment in time, okay? And that's really the gist of it. I mean, at that point, it's just a matter of pulling the right switch. So now we're on this one. This one is logic linked to the next box. So this one says if I pull this switch 3, it's going to swap switch 2, which is this first one, for switch 4, which is this one here. So this one was in the off position. So this one should be in the off position because I just swapped them out. And then this one is linked to this box, and that one's going to switch switch 3, which is in the on position currently, with switch 5, which is going to, I think it should be off. I think it should probably be on, but anyways, you get the idea. And so ultimately what you're trying to do is hide these. It's like a shell game. You're just trying to hide these in the right order, making sure that they've got the correct state the whole time. And then eventually you're going to be able to get to this last switch right here, which is logic linked to the door. And then the door opens. I'm just using door rotate multi because it activates by a switch, and then it opens up and we get to the lockbox. So that's the swap behavior. It's really just used to swap any object with any other object, and it can be done multiple times. So in the pattern, when I was switching the switches, I did the wrong one on purpose, and that reversed a swap. So it went back from, say, like 5 to 3. And so what's clever about that is you can create puzzles like this with just 2 switches or 5 switches or however many switches you want. It's going to be a lot of work, but you could do it such that you have to have a particular pattern in order to unlock, an area, or to activate a light or whatever it is. It doesn't matter what it's switching on or off. But that's the power behind the swap behavior if used in conjunction with other swaps. But that's it. That's the swap behavior. If you enjoyed the video or if you learned anything new, please be sure to click the like button down below. It helps me out tremendously. If you're new here or if you just haven't subscribed yet, would love to have you stick around. We're growing all the time. And if you'd like a notification for whenever new videos are posted, just click the bell icon and that'll let you know when a new video is ready. But that's it. Thanks so much for watching all the way through. I always appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Hey, don't forget there's a written guide for every behavior, including ones I haven't yet covered on this channel. And if you want to learn some more, why don't you check out this video next.